Ice cream lover Steve Christensen is my name. The Ice Cream Bloke, self-appointed headmaster at Scoop School. Thanks for joining us. I want to talk about dipping cabinets today. Start of the season, some pretty important things to learn about. I do want to thank our episode sponsor, Chocolate Shop Ice Cream, Madison, Wisconsin. Dave Deadman, Sarah Deadman, the whole Deadman family do a great job. If you don't want to make your own ice cream, but you want to sell somebody else's ice cream, they're your people. ChocolateShopIceCream.com. The link is down below. Okay, so I just want to talk a little bit about dipping cabinet temperature here and longevity in the case. It is extremely important that you understand the difference between longevity of your product in storage and longevity of your product here in the case. Most people store their ice cream, whether you make it or whether you buy it from someone like Chocolate Shop, at about -10 to -20. -20 is perfect, -10 is pretty good. By the time you bring it out of storage and put it into your +5 environment, that's where a lot of ice cream shops are setting their dipping cabinet temperature at, +5 degrees, with a differential of 2 on the upside, 2 on the downside. As you go throughout the day, your dipping cabinet will kind of fluctuate, but +5 is where you want the average to be. Can I just say that by the time you take it out of storage and put it into this cabinet, your timer starts. You've basically got, look, a lot of people say a week, week and a half. My, I guess, statement I tell people is you want to rotate it out of here as fast as you can. You ask me how long can you keep it in the case, Steve? I'm asking you straight back at you, how quickly can you rotate it out? The idea is that you want to make sure that you've got a good solid temperature of +5 in your case, and then look at rotation. See what's scooping fast, see what's not scooping fast. Maybe put the slower moving flavors in a 1.5 gallon rather than a 3 gallon. Really important that you keep an eye on how long your product is in here, because as I say, and I've said it before, I'll say it again, every time a product comes out of a batch freezer, it's like a beautiful new baby being born. You just want to smell it and kiss it and just hold it. But every day in this dipping cabinet, it's closer to death. So you want to basically slow down that death march by ensuring that your dipping cabinet stays at that +5. You want to make sure you're rotating product in and out. Another thing I see a lot is right down in the bottom here of this cabinet is where you can temper product overnight. This is not extra storage. At +5 degrees, you may have a week-ish in order to have that product there. So don't think that your tempering spot down below is extra storage. It's not. It's where you're putting your product to temper up in scoopability temperature from, say, -10 to +5. Keep good care of your dipping cabinet. Make sure you understand the temperature fluctuations. Look at rotation. This thing will be your greatest ally during this season or your worst enemy. Check temperature, check rotation. Please don't use the bottom for extra storage. You will find that your product will degrade a lot quicker. And if you're using that beautiful product from Chocolate Shop or something similar that you've made, it would be a tragedy to be able to have that product be extra chewy and grainy and sticky than it has to be. Fast in, fast out. You ask me how long it can stay. I'm asking you how quickly you can rotate it out. Anyway, let me know what you set your dipping cabinet at. If you've got water ices, maybe that's a little bit higher, maybe +8. Interested in you sharing your experiences with the community in the comments down below. While you're down there, click subscribe, click like. It all helps us in the long run. Thank you again for Dave and the crew up there at Chocolate Shop. Keep on scooping, everyone. See you in the next one.